Welcome to Frywall Fridays. Today we're making quinoa and goat cheese fritters on a bed of arugula salad. It's a great little recipe we found from our friends at Food 52. It's great as an appetizer or as a light dinner. It's really easy and quick to prepare and only has about 4 or 5 ingredients. Okay, let's get going. So we have here about a half cup of quinoa that we've already gone ahead and rinsed. If you're not familiar with quinoa, it's a South American grain. It's very high in minerals, including iron, as well as in protein and in fiber. We're going to add a cup of water and boil it for about 15 minutes. We're going to add our cup of water here, turn on the gas, and we'll let it go until it boils and then cover it and cook it for about 15 minutes. I'm going to give this a stir, turn down the heat, and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. 15 minutes later, our quinoa is done. It's nice and fluffy. All the liquid has been absorbed. And while the quinoa is still hot, we're going to go ahead and add and stir in our goat cheese. So we have about a third of a cup of goat cheese. It's important to do this while the quinoa is still hot so the goat cheese melts. And we'll go ahead and melt that till all the goat cheese is incorporated. As that's happening, we're also going to add a good grind of black pepper and about a quarter teaspoon of salt. Maybe a little bit more. I have a little bit of a salty tooth. Once all of the goat cheese is incorporated, we're going to let it rest for maybe 5 or 10 minutes just so it cools down enough for us to be able to handle it without burning, and that's when we're going to form it into little patties. Okay, that's good right there. We'll just let it sit for a few minutes until it can be handled. The quinoa now is cool enough to handle, and we'll form them into small patties about yay big, and just think of it as little tiny quinoa burgers. Depending on how big you want to make them, you will get anywhere between 6 to as many as 10. And these are ready to go into the hot oil. I'm going to add a few tablespoons of olive oil and heat it up until the olive oil begins to shimmer. I'm using a 12-inch pan today, so I'll be able to fit all of these in one go. If you're using a smaller pan, do them in batches. You don't want to crowd the fritters too much in the pan. These have gone for about 3 minutes. Really not a lot of time, and they're ready to flip. They're nicely browned on both sides, and they're ready to come out. We'll let them sit on a paper towel while we fix the salad. For the salad, we'll just give it a squeeze of lemon juice, some salt, and a little bit of olive oil. Give that a mix. We're ready to plate. There you are. Lovely goat cheese and quinoa fritters on a bed of arugula. Enjoy.